Wyverns and Weirdos Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed campaign, and as such contains dark themes, including descriptions of gore, violence, and other features intrinsic to the gothic horror genre. Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos Does Curse of Strahd. I'm your Dungeon Master, Darby, and joining me, as always, are Zoe, playing Sevia, Emily, playing Beatrice, Laura, playing Conrad, Mitch, playing Designation 42, Exley, and Johanna, playing Fall. Let's jump into it. So, where we last left off, the party finished fighting the amber golem, shattering it into pieces, and after licking their wounds for a bit, they sent Conrad and Beatrice to explore the temple a little more. In their explorations, they discovered a corridor with stairs descending downwards that smelled of death, and a lecture theatre which contained a cowering figure who seemed to have burn injuries, known as Vilnius, who offered to help them in the temple, and also told them that the temple was a haven for forbidden knowledge, and that there were barbaric mountain folk who used the temple for shelter. And the point where we left, Conrad and Beatrice were taking him back to introduce him to the party.
So Conrad does the knock thing again for Exley.
Exley does the return knock thing for Conrad.
Conrad's like, open, also we have a potential ally of some description.
Okay, there's a pause as Exley turns around and addresses the rest of the group. Apparently they have picked up a stray, and he opens the door.
Excellent.
He does have his quarterstaff in his right hand, but it is loose.
So you all see Vilnius, who's got burn blisters along his forehead and kind of fire damaged hair. Hello, I am Vilnius.
Yes, this is an individual Beatrice and I discovered hiding from the golem. Of course, we have destroyed the golem. He was apprenticed to someone, and he has had some exploration of the temple, but not much.
It's nice and warm in here.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Vilnius, was it?
Yes, Vilnius.
Oh, wow. Wonderful to meet you. What exactly are you doing in this temple?
My master wanted to explore it for the knowledge herein.
And who might he be? Baby.
Well, he's a dead idiot now, but in life he was Jakarian.
Okay, and why are you still here?
Because of the golem. I could not leave because it would always be patrolling.
Yeah, but you can, it's dead now.
Yes, and I thought I'd offer some help because there was clearly a large group of people.
Yes.
Okay.
Safe in numbers. He could just be picked off by something the second he runs out anyway, so... Yes.
Never know when you
shoots-
could come
Oh, sorry.
across a flame skull in here.
Full of shoot Savior look like, I'm so sus on this person.
Question.
Hmm.
You said at the end of this guy said at the end of the last episode, I know Sevia didn't hear it, but he said that they are from another place,
Yes.
which we are all assuming means from not Barovia. Has Sevia heard of Jakarian?
Roll me a history check at
Either
disadvantage.
exterior to Barovia or potentially, or I figured it would be a disadvantage. I rolled a 16 twice, and that's a history.
Yes.
24.
Okay, the name is ringing a bell, but you're not sure where from. It's definitely not a name you've read in like any history books of Fierlor.
In Eggsley's time of fighting with the resistance group, did he hear of like this particular group who was assisting, or not really?
Roll me a history check.
12.
12. Yeah, you don't know one way or the other.
Fair.
Sevia looks over at Fall and kind of shares the same look. And he's like, so you were hiding in that little room in the hallway.
Yes.
For how long?
Few days, maybe a week.
Aren't you dead from the cold? Or from dehydration?
I've been eating vermin and using my magic to survive.
Sorry, do go on.
No, that is all. I've access to frost magic, which I have been using to cultivate water, and my fire magic to produce heat.
Does he have a spell book or any kind of visible focus?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, baby.
Magic.
Ooh, rolled off a 16 onto a 3, so that makes it a 5.
You can't tell.
You're a caster.
Yes.
Right, and you said you had a master in training, like a wizard?
Yes, I am a wizard.
Oh, fascinating. Have you only ever studied under the one master or several?
Only the one.
Of course. For how long?
Maybe a year. A little longer. He's dead now.
Yes, that isn't very good at all. I assume he wasn't very good to you by that response.
He was adorable, but he brought me here.
Yes, well, many of us seem to be finding ourselves here at the behest of others. She does not look at Casimir in a pointed manner. Because to be fair, we're also here for the prophecy. So, you want to help us?
Yes.
Very long response time there. I'm guessing you want to help yourself, and where convenient.
If I do anything that helps myself along the way, all the better.
That outlook is understandable.
Quite.
Exley's been watching this guy for a while. Does he get any sort of a vibe?
Roll me an insight check.
Roll the
Actually,
vibe
yeah,
check.
I'll roll an insight.
Roll a vibe check.
That is a 23.
Oh, I got a crit. Which is a 23 as well.
Hey,
Nice.
Oh,
Um,
what's his vibes?
yeah, so, Yeah, so... Like, he... You get the feeling that, like, he's not a particularly daring individual, and that he probably sees you as more so useful for, like, getting anything that he wants out of the temple, and that he would just as soon, like, you suspect he would just as soon as stab you in the back as if the opportunity arose.
Similar vibes to Conrad.
Yeah. It's very easy to pick up these vibes because you recognize them from Conrad.
Yeah. Even big to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Bit like that.
Yeah. Conrad's like, I think it's understandable. Always good to have extra bodies around after all. If we're all mutually attempting to survive here.
Of course.
Very brave of you to continue searching for something that you didn't particularly want in the first place as well.
Well, I thought with better numbers, then we might stand more of a chance.
So, what was it your master was looking for?
I don't know. He just said something about great magic.
Yes, knowledge of some kind. A question, Vilnius.
Yes.
The direction you and your master went before you came over here cowering in the lectern hall, was your master certain that they were going the right way? Or were they merely exploring much as we have?
He was mostly exploring, trying to find what he could.
So no indication of whether that was the right way or not. Not very useful.
We weren't looking for anything in particular, so any way was the right way to him.
Probably just looking for a feeling, I imagine. You would know it when you're there.
No, it's
He
just
does
looking
look
for
at Casimir
everything.
when he says that.
Just looking for everything he can.
Well, commendable. Always good to get whatever you can out of somewhere, I suppose. Regardless, how is everyone holding up? Shall we need to rest for a longer time?
I certainly would appreciate a longer rest. I'm sure our new friend here has been quite scared and hungry and tired for the past week.
Would be decent to get a bit of a rest before going in further.
Good. Well, perhaps we should do that then. I will take a watch. Will anyone else like to volunteer?
I will also take watch.
Good.
I can take a watch.
I do not need to rest for as long a period of time as some others, so I can also take a watch.
Perhaps would be best if you rest more, Sevia. You were knocked about quite a bit.
Yes, I guess I can take her watch.
It should be sufficient.
Okay.
How long does everyone normally need to sleep for?
8 hours?
Sure.
Well, I suppose on average that's a good time.
Casimir says.
Yeah.
8.
I see. Well, I
8.
suppose 8 is the average unless you've had a particularly good drink or good other things, so I suppose that is understandable. Good. All right. Well, watches. I shall take the first watch if everyone wishes to find a place around the fire to sleep. And, yes, I think that would be sufficient. And then I shall wake the next person.
Okay. So,
Very well.
Certainly.
So, Beatrice is going to sleep just on the right next to, whoopsie, Fall.
okay.
So she can keep an eye on her during the night. Him during the night.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Yeah, I'd probably be sleeping near the fire.
Yeah. Sevie is like a little grumpy that everyone's like, no, go to bed.
Your head.
so,
So she just kind of sets up her little spot and like huffily like goes, like
okay,
lays
so
down.
Conrad, roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I rolled a 5, so that is an 11.
You hear bits and pieces of creaking from downstairs, but nothing too close by.
Cool. He has like his rapier next to him while he's doing the watch, but like he then just kind of sets it down. He has like takes out like a pack of cards, I guess, and starts like playing a match against himself. Once like it's been a certain amount of time where there's been no real attacks or anything.
Okay. Who is going next?
I think then he'll go over to Beatrice. Think back on all the every time Beatrice has woken him up. And so then he won't like do it very hard, but he'll just like nudge her with the heel of his boot, like,
Okay.
up, come on, your watch time now.
Beatrice will sit up straight away and say, very well. Off you go.
Good.
And she'll get up and sort of sit in between the two doors.
All right.
Awesome.
Roll me a perception check.
A corner and have a
And
snooze.
then,
I can hit the long rest button. Heck yeah.
Long rest.
Well, we haven't completed a long rest yet.
True.
I've very pointedly not hit the long rest button yet.
Oh.
13.
13. Similarly to Conrad, you hear bits and pieces of sounds from downstairs, but nothing approaching.
Well, yeah, we definitely do not want to go downstairs yet.
Beatrice spends her watch just sharpening her blades, and then she'll get out her bow and just lie it in her lap as she sits there.
Okay. Who will be the next person on watch?
She will go and wake up Exley.
Okay.
And she'll just stand in front of Exley and sort of wave her hand in front of his face.
Okay. Exley, roll me
Exley's eyes sort of brighten a little bit.
a perception check.
17.
17. Yeah, again, similarly, you hear bits and pieces of noise from downstairs, but nothing approaching.
Okay. And then I guess I will go and wake Fall.
Okay, Fall, roll me a perception check.
Alrighty.
At disadvantage, because you
yeah, of
are
course.
still exhausted.
Yes. So that's okay. That's a 19 or a. Yeah. So that was a 19.
19, okay, yeah. Yeah, same as everyone else. You hear noise from downstairs, but nothing approaching.
Okay.
Right, so you all reach the end of your long rest.
We get to hit the long rest button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Fall,
Confirm. Give me my hit
Fall,
points.
you are down to just one level of exhaustion, I believe.
Oh yes, that's right.
so you
I
remove
can
a level of
move-
exhaustion.
I can move a normal. I'm
yes.
speedy again.
It does mean that you still have disadvantage on ability checks, though.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So it is midnight. And when you complete your long rest, and
Excellent.
what way do you want to go?
Cool. Is everyone still there? Vilnius hasn't run away or murdered the rest of us?
No, Vilnius
no?
is still there.
Cool. All right. Well, so, so Beatrice and I've sort of scoped out this side of the building. I imagine, like, at some point, maybe he might have sat down with Beatrice quickly when they both woke up to, like, draw a little map.
What they say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably after some massive discussion. But yeah, and go. So we've sort of covered this area. So, question is, Venus's master went to this side of the building, did encounter some of the skulls. Maybe they may still be there, maybe not. Other area to investigate. There was stairs further up from here. Problem is, they stink quite badly of corpses, I believe, and also, I do not know if others heard this while you were keeping watch, but I have heard noises downstairs. So, either way, probably a fight, although more certainly a fight downstairs at this point.
I heard it too.
Okay, well, that is not good, but also confirmation, certainly something downstairs. So the question is, I would be more inclined to explore the other side, given we do not know where we are meant to be going, but we will also have to be prepared for if some of those skulls are there again, which were not really a great experience for some of us last time.
Get this through.
So yes, that is my assessment of the situation.
Exley is just standing in a corner, just watching everyone talk.
I'll say that Full is like writing intently on a piece of paper.
Fair enough.
Stevia leans over to look at the piece of paper. But not in like a sneaky way, just in a like, oh, what are
totally
you doing?
in a sneaky way.
Full kind of covers it up. I was like,
sorry.
No, it's okay. This is more something I want people to look at if I die.
A will?
Not exactly. It's more something that I guess I don't have any possessions. If someone else manages to live and get back to Fierlor, maybe they could deliver it to the person it's addressed to. Start thinking ahead.
That's Sevia's eyes go to Kazir's bag, and she looks back at Fall and goes, "That makes sense." I doubt it, but if it ends up being me, and I don't want. If the worst happens, I can take it for you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I think the person should be easy enough to find once you read it. I wish I could say that I'll protect you, but I've never been particularly good at that, so maybe you should stick around. Beatrice or Exley or... yes, please try to get out of the line of fire.
Well, to be quite honest with you, Fall, I'm not very used to protecting people either. That doesn't mean I don't want to try and protect you.
Thank you, it's appreciated. Yes, I don't trust myself to be able to protect you, but it is wanted.
You did a good job earlier with that golem, giving it the old 1-2, as it were.
Thank you. It was weird that the punches worked. I wasn't really sure what else to do.
Didn't you say you had some kind of training, like magic or religious?
Yes, it's the key that the monks use to power us.
Well, that how much does Sevia know about monks? Do I have to roll for that?
Roll me a religion check, I think.
Ooh. Oh, my religion's not bad. That is a 12.
12. Usually, quite martially and spiritually adept. Don't tend to utilize armor or a lot of traditional weapons of martial combat and war, but are quite proficient in unarmed combat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you're an acrobat now, but if you had that sort of training in your youth, monks are known for unarmed combat and being able to deliver punches harder than those not trained that way. You certainly have a set of skills.
Yes, I guess even the worst monk of the temple can learn to throw a punch well.
Well, personally, I don't think you're the worst monk in any temple, except for how you're not a monk. But you can certainly throw a punch better than I can. Certainly does more damage than my little fists can do.
I mean, Vilnius interrupts. I mean, I don't know about you folks, but I think technically he is the worst monk in the temple, unless any of you guys are monks.
Sevia very slowly turns to look at him. One wizard to another. Find a book to put your nose in for a minute, please.
I thought we were deciding where to go.
In the corner, almost imperceptibly, but when the whole worst monk in the temple popped up, Eggsley very quietly went, ha 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 ha.
Jesus Christ, that's great.
Yeah. Beatrice had been listening in, and at the start of the conversation, when they'd been talking about the possibility of things taking the worst, she just sort of reached up and placed her hand on her chest and sort of grabbed something through her clothing. And then when our new friend made the comment, she would have just sort of looked with her head cocked to the side and tried not to snicker. Very hard.
Paul just looks a little surprised by this comment, but then there's just like a nods like, oh yeah, it's true.
Oh my god, and Cora's just gabbing in the background like, okay, so I think we should do this.
Yeah.
And
Esmeralda does throw in, although it does also make him the best.
sorry, what are we talking about? Is everyone having a
I forgot we can't have private conversations in open rooms. It's fine, Conrad.
Okay.
So what does what's his name again?
Casimir?
Vilnius. What does Vilnius know about the other side?
Yeah, it's been there before. Do you have much intel regardless? I am happy to stick if on my own if the people are not confident to go there, although if there are skulls possibly still there, not exactly a good point.
I mean, there's not it's been a while since I've been around there,
A week, yes.
so I couldn't
they may not be there anymore,
be
hopefully.
entirely certain. I can't even quite remember maybe quite the exact order of where is where, but there is a almost like a dining room at one point, as well as an annex with the mountain folk in it.
Okay. Probably want to avoid them. Is there a way to circumvent them?
Not on this level, I don't think. We might be able to if we can find a way to go down and back up, but I don't know if that's a feasible option.
It is difficult since we do not know if this is the correct direction. This is only the random direction that your now dead master went in. And the problem is the other area certainly has something down there and does stink quite badly.
I mean, we could always blow up the the mountain folk.
Blow them. Oh, with magic. Yes.
Yes.
That seems a little harsh. We're the ones in their home.
Conrad, while Xavier says, Conrad grins and then looks at Exley. They are mostly mountain folk are human, yes? Not vampires or
Yes,
anything.
but they are savages.
Ah, well, then.
That's a very,
I do not like this because, like, oh, well, then that's fine then.
that's a very colonialist take, friend.
What are you on
They're not
about?
savages just because they're not savages just because you don't know what their culture is.
I know what their culture is. Hang around in the mountains, kill beasts, and hide in someone else's temple.
And that's a culture. It doesn't make them a savage.
Yes,
You haven't met them, have you?
We have not.
Trust
don't
me,
this-
they are savage.
I don't especially like my first meetings with people being to ambush them and murder them.
There's a lot of people that we have met that have been quote unquote savage, that are very civilized kind of people.
Ah, like yourself, Beatrice.
You want?
I suppose.
Look, if you want to take the risk, feel free, but I will be hanging back.
Certain.
So do we go the other side, or perhaps we take our chances with the terrible spelling stairs?
How many savages are there?
Maybe half a dozen?
Sufficient. And only human, yes? Do they know magic?
I do not know.
Well, the one quantifier that we do
There
know
might have been
is
one.
potentially the skulls will be there. Oh,
Well, there might have been one. I can't quite remember at this point.
okay. So, kill that one first. All right. Risk assessment. I do not know the best course of action in this case. I would be more inclined to explore the left side of the temple first, before the mausoleum, possibly. Casimir, you do have any contributions to add to this? You should have the most knowledge of this place, or what you seek in here, after all.
I am not sure whether what I seek will be on this floor or the next.
Can't hear you, Darby.
Casimir says nothing. You're
I
all
am
one.
I'm uncertain as whether what I seek will be on this floor or downstairs.
Okay.
It is up to
Brilliant.
what you feel comfortable with to explore first.
Surely, if we're looking for something important, it won't be right as you walk in, right?
It's a good point, Beatrice.
And
Would be
beyond
hidden deeper in the temple.
and beyond Casimir's mission, what we are looking for is meant to be guarded by Amber Giant.
Yes, so there's nothing here.
Can Sevia do a little explore of the room? Just
Did you
she's
just
very-
specify an amber giant?
yeah, the prophecy
Yeah.
specifies Amber
okay.
Giants.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Can Sevia just do? Everyone can keep talking. She's not going to make a big deal about it, but can she just do a little scurry around the room and see if there's anything to indicate that anything important was once in here apart from the big boy?
Roll me an investigation check.
Ah, God, sorry, just dropped my dice directly in the trash. And then rolled mediocrely. Investigation?
Yes.
Ooh, that's an 18.
18. There's nothing in here, but your mind wanders to the recollection of seeing a statue outside made of amber, much larger than the golem. Just outside of this room. While it seems to be so the 30 odd foot tall statue that is down in the floor, or carved out of granite.
Yeah, so it could just be the temple itself.
Mm. Yeah, she was just trying to think if there was any indicator of what sort of room what we're looking for would be in.
Fair enough.
Was that stone giant flush against the wall?
The stone statue?
Yeah.
No. So if you look at the map, it's probably about 10, 12 feet out from the wall.
Okay.
Slevia just does her little scurry around the room and then kind of
So am I
does a
to
little grumpy
So am I
face.
to understand we're going downstairs?
I would prefer not to, but if this is what everyone is more comfortable with, then I must acquiesce.
Look, it might be worth exploring the left side as well, since we're apparently now looking for 3 completely separate things. But
Yes.
I, for one, will not attack the mountain people unless provoked. I'm perfectly happy to sneak around them. Unless they hit us first, I'm not hitting them.
If
And I
you
won't
wish
budge
to
on
go
that.
If you wish to go in and attempt to sneak around, they will most likely attack you first. So then you will get what you want.
Yes, sometimes attacking first is the only way to ensure your survival.
However, if they do not attack you, then we know that they are either very blind or very friendly.
It
Look,
is true.
I just think if Conrad is nervous to go downstairs, I'd rather use hesitant then. If we are hesitant to go directly downstairs, maybe it is worth at least seeing what we can do on the left side before we go down. At the very least, we might be able to find supplies, weapons, something to help us.
'Tis true. I suppose if it is no big concern to go down, we could take a peek downstairs, I suppose, and just be ready to barricade ourselves if the thing returns.
I think that might be the right idea there, Conrad. Take a peek downstairs, see if there's anything there, and either try to barricade ourselves against it, or run away, or if we think we can take it out.
All right, then. Okay. He rolls up his sleeves.
I agree.
And then kind of like unties a little, like, it's not a cravat, I can't remember what it's called, but like he unties that and then like ties it over his, yeah, that. He like unties that and then ties it to cover his nose. Like, all right, let's go.
Sevia watches him do this and then does what she did with the wasps, where she like undoes the buttons at her neck and like pulls it over her nose.
All right.
As well, and also is gonna hand a scrap of fabric to Fall to do the same.
She's just gonna shrug.
Casimir is gonna go. Casimir's gonna go up to you, Conrad, and say, "You're going to go ahead. I will give you something that should help you avoid detection."
Softer shoes?
Better. And you see him start to What is this? You see him start to move his hands and whisper an arcane incantation and some arcane gestures, and place his hand on your shoulder, and you are invisible. So you are, for the next minute, under the effects of greater invisibility.
Damn.
What did you do? So you look if I look at my hands and I can't see them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You're aware of their position, but yeah, you cannot see them.
Beatrice is watching and she just sort of goes, ugh.
Yeah. I would suggest you explore, you have a look quickly. That's not going to last long.
Okay, good. Will I know when it will stop?
You have about a minute.
You start to hear like the little, like this, still quite soft because he's pretty good at running, but like the soft click clack of like little heels on the floor.
Okay.
Starts to hurry towards them.
Beatrice will follow, but she'll just go into that first sort of antechamber and stand at the door whilst Conrad goes downstairs to keep an ear out.
So, sharing the map of downstairs, or at least the part that you guys can see.
Conrad takes a peeky week.
Yeah. You make your way down the stairs, and a dusty corridor heads north, then bends to the east, descending a dark staircase. The air is thin, but heavy with the stench of death. So you follow through the 3 10-foot-long staircases, each with a landing between them, descending a total of 30 feet.
Okay.
And the stench grows stronger as you descend.
So Conrad will just keep checking his hands as he keeps running along, and like once he kind of like had descended the stairs, he'll just call it safe, and then he'll keep running. Or quite running. Okay.
The stairs descend to a collapsed hall with a high ceiling and amber glazed walls, glazed. Rubble covers most of the floor, and a path through the rubble leads to an open doorway. A deathly stench seems to come from there.
Ugh. Okay, Conrad checks his hands again.
Okay. Yeah, still invisible.
Okay, he's gonna stealth the proper now. I'll roll.
Alright.
Okay, that's 12, so that's fine. So 22.
22.
And then he's gonna stealth up to where the stench is coming from, I guess.
Okay, so so this room
I hate to ask, how dark is it in here?
Well, this room has amber glazed walls and a floor of dark green marble. 3 amber sarcophagi stand in alcoves. 2 feral humanoids with ghastly grey skin stare at you no, they do not. Stare out hungrily with 3 eyes. 2 normal eyes and a 3rd lidless eye blinded by cataracts. 5 more cling to the walls and ceiling. The ceiling is about 10 feet high, and there are a total of 7 ghasts in here.
Cool, yeah, I'm outie. Goodbye.
There is light, like enough light to provide at least dim light, and you hear a calling from the sarcophagi. Just a general sound that emanates a sense of beckoning.
It's a phone bar.
Oh no. A sense of beckoning. Is this it's a phone call. A sense of beckoning. Am I compelled? Do I get the feeling I want to go there?
You're not compelled. It is up to you.
Well, I don't want to do that. Do I get any other sense from that would make Conrad interested to go there? Because otherwise he's hightailing it out of there.
I mean, you do know that it has been suggested that there's great power in here, but
I don't know.
And
Shall I make a roll for it, Darby? Like
You can make a roll if you want.
I don't want to die is the thing.
He is alone. The rest of us are at the
Yeah,
top of the
that's it.
stairs. Like, wow, it sure stinks down there, huh?
Sell it to me, Darby. If Conrad feasibly would want to check that out, then I will do it. But I'll live with the consequences. But otherwise...
So, like, there is an immense amount of power emanating from these sarcophagi, and they are almost calling out as if to beckon you in.
Okay, that's fine. That is kind of one of his ideals. Alright. It's maybe the last thing that character ever does.
Almost, the beckoning seems to almost promise power in itself.
I don't like this. Alright, Conrad will like turn to run and then kind of go, No, Tommy's grinning. Okay, he will turn. I'm probably gonna die. Sorry, guys.
Alright,
He will turn into it.
Yeah. So there are 3 sarcophagi. One in the north, one in the south, one in the east. As you can see, they're the kind of rock formations on the map. Which one would you like to go up to?
Do I get any like? I don't know how much time I have left. I don't know. Does he have any indication of anything from there?
Just that they're all powerful.
I don't know. I'll roll this. It's all. There we go. That was a 4. I'll roll again. That was also a 4. Saying, "Do not do this." The second one.
Second one. So
Who just wants to look at it? He's not going to pop it
So the
open and be
east-
like, "Hey, buddy."
okay. So the East Sarcophagus.
Yes, I guess.
All right. So the sarcophagus calls out to you, and and it seems to beckon you to touch it.
I don't want to do this. Yeah.
You are also aware that yes, your time is running low.
No. Okay. He will look. He'll take a little peek. Just a little peek.
Are you touching the sarcophagus?
I don't want to.
Like it's amber, so it's sealed. There's no way to open it, but you can.
Oh, okay.
But if it's amber, can't you see through it a little bit?
Yeah, can I
Yeah,
see
there
him?
is there is like the silhouette of a vaguely humanoid shape.
I don't like that. Okay, he will. Many lives. What power do you speak of? I do not have much time, but I could not. Oh, it gives us such bad. To not. So I would not die. Huh. I like the sound of that very much. What would be the price? I wish to leave this room alive, after all. my smile. I do not understand. So if I were to accept the bargain, I would have more chance of living. Ah.
You feel the magic from the invisibility starting to lose its hold.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a high or a low. If it's a low, I will be like, yeah, sure, buddy. If it's a high, he'll hightail it out of there. Okay, it was a 12, so Connor will like really like kind of see like his hands start to shake, like, I will return, and he like hightails it out of there.
All right. So you return to the top floor. What did you see?
What was it?
Creatures were down there, with many eyes. Seems to be a mausoleum of some kind. There were, yes, creatures. Does not look very safe down there. I think probably yes, many creatures that might attack us if we were to go down there at this point. Not safe.
Anything powerful?
I do not know.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay. So, what's his deception's only +3. So it's a 12.
12. Okay. Yeah. What was down there, Conrad? Besides the creatures.
There were coffins down there.
Coffins.
And a presence.
Presents.
Yes. Speaking. Yes, words. But I'm certain it is not important. We should, yes.
What presents did they offer?
They did offer some things. Well, yes, power of some description and the chance to escape death.
To escape death or return from death?
Is that not the same thing?
No.
Well, it was something of that description. But again, there are many creatures down there, and I did not have much time to see what would happen.
It could potentially be that what I seek is down there.
Oh, so we're all getting a feeling now, are you?
Well, I cannot tell because of the wording you have used or not used, or however, but there is something about that sounds like it could be in a similar vein to what I seek.
Well, good then, Casimir. You are an accomplished magician. Perhaps we shall go down and burn away these three-eyed creatures that were there, and then we can explore at our leisure.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Excellent. He kind of does look like he doesn't have the same kind of like odd look in his eyes that he did when he was charmed by Strahd, but he looks quite strange. The big-eyed.
All right.
Can I get a bit of a sense on what's going on with Conrad right now?
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
Natural 20.
Oh my god!
Which is what's that total for you? It's like 25?
25 for me.
Yeah.
He can read Conrad's mind.
Reads into my
I
mind.
mean,
I want to flash back to the past and see exactly what happened from Conrad's eyes.
you don't get that. It's not magic, but you do get the feeling that Conrad is interested in something that he saw down there.
Yeah, he has spoken of ambition before and not liking, I suppose, being not liking being like out of control of things back when you first spoke with him about when Kazir died, I suppose. And similarly, when he is fighting, when he is when things are going well, he kind of gets the same kind of look on his face that he has now, but it's more, just a bit off, I suppose.
Okay.
He's very interested in what was down there.
All right.
So yeah, I guess that's the most of what I can say for that one.
Shall we go?
How many creatures did you say there were again, Conrad?
Oh god, how many were
There were 7 in
Seven, right?
total.
Yeah.
7.
5 on
What?
the roof and then 2 in the ground.
Quite a few. Some were clinging to walls and things.
Walls.
Yes, they looked like humanoid, although 3 eyes. I do not know how dangerous they may be.
My goodness.
Probably quite dangerous. Perhaps a fireball might scour them all out, who knows?
You said there were coffins down there. Did you see what they were made of?
Amber, much like around here.
Depends on. She looks over at Casimir. One good fireball could knock all these creatures out if we don't think it'll damage the coffins, since that might be what we're after.
Even if a single one doesn't, maybe a couple.
Maybe.
Or maybe the fireball might take out enough that we can pick off the last few handily without it.
Maybe. I just worry about destroying what you've brought us here for.
The
Or
ambush,
if potentially it's what we are after.
the ambush should be structurally sound enough to take a fireball or 2.
Okay.
It's not sustained heat. So.
Okay. Then let's go. And before we descend, Sevia is going to do a little hand movement over a necklace and whoosh, mage armor herself.
All right. So,
Also, before we go, Eggsley's going to walk up to Beatrice. Say, I noticed in the last encounter that your arrows were not doing as much as they should.
No, most things here seem to take very little damage on non-magical items.
I have been thinking when you were all sleeping and I was watching about a way that I can possibly assist. Would you mind?
Not at all.
Eggsley is going to reach over and place a hand on Beatrice's quiver and is going to cast flame arrows on it.
okay. How long does that last?
That lasts for an hour.
Okay. Nice.
So, that is essentially the next 12 arrows that you shoot will roll an additional 1d6 fire damage.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Can everyone please, as you go downstairs, put yourself into marching order and roll for initiative, please.
Boy.
I don't exist.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't have a map yet.
Yeah, the map has not
Casimir's...
appeared to me.
I don't have an icon.
Oh, I
I don't
will
either.
If you
share
click
it.
on maps, you can
Share
scroll
record.
down to it.
There we
Oh,
go.
there's something
There
like-
it is.
There we go.
So, initiative. I have a dirty 20 for initiative for Conrad.
Okay.
You see? Oh my god.
I have a very clean 20 of the 24 it goes to. That was a crit.
Okay,
Nice.
so don't forget you get advantage on the first attack
Yeah.
that you make.
Sevia's initiative is a 17.
Alright.
And while we've been going down the stairs, she's been sticking very close to fall.
Okay.
Not quite.
I don't know if you heard me before, but it's a 16 for me.
16. Alright. And what was Exley? Okay.
Somehow I got a 22.
Wow.
That's concerning because I don't know what to do.
Well, good thing you're not the first.
Yeah.
So Esmeralda is 13. No. 12 there.
Yeah, I love how we came into this being like, right, this is really going to be just a series of fireballs. This is really the wizard's business, and then the wizards
the
all
non-wizards are
roll
like-
very low.
Yeah.
So no fireball for a hot second.
I mean, people could still like hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Paul's gonna be like, I'm so prepared to hold my action.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Hensley will not.
Exley.
Exley wants some new friends.
Oh, I don't think they're human.
I don't think
That's the
they're
problem.
humans, they're just
No, they're undead.
weird.
Yeah.
No. Exley's hoping that once we finish up with these dudes, we go up and deal with
Kill the barbarians, yeah.
Look, as a player, yes. It just, that's a grey area
All right.
there.
Yeah,
So
it's understandable. Conrad 100% for murdering those people as well. Like, yeah, that's useful.
all right. So Fall, you on initiative. What would you like to do?
Paul is gonna hold an action until the wizards have used their fireballs, and then Paul will attack.
Okay. So are you going into the room then? Because you can only hold one action if you're holding.
Oh yeah, that's good. Ooh. Oh, so
I would-
You can
I'll
hold
do
the
that
dash
if
action
there's a
to head
fireball to
in
fill the
once
room.
the fireballs are done.
Oh yeah, so because I can only attack, that's true. Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Okay, so
I'm
holding the
dash.
holding the dash action.
Yeah.
Okay. Exley.
Okay, so Exley has heard that our plan is to go in, use a bunch of big spells to deal with the creatures in a group and timely manner. So Exley is going to very calmly walk up to the door. He's
Yeah.
going to pull out a vial, which has just like a little bit of water in it. He's just going to pour a little bit into his hand, and he's just going to flick that drop of water towards the group. As it lands in the puddle, I'm assuming just on the ground, it grows and gets bigger, and then forms a tidal wave which crushes them against the back wall.
Okay, so what do they have to roll for that?
That is a dexterity saving throw. It is only a dex 13.
Okay. And what's the area of effect of that one?
It is a 10-foot high wall and 30-foot long, so it will cover the entire room. I don't know if it will reach the roof.
Okay.
But
Is it one of those half damage on a successful save ones?
yeah.
Okay. So.
If they do make their saving throw, they
You
aren't
want
knocked
to.
prone.
Okay.
So I love that Villian
Alright.
is just like not even in the room pretty much. They're
So that is a
he's
fail. What was the DC?
13.
13. Success. 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 Success.
That's annoying.
Fail. And I think that's
That was 5. That's
Yeah.
6 that you just rolled.
I think that one was 7, which is another fail. So 3 failures, 4 successes.
Okay.
Okay, so what does it do on a failure? What does it do on a success?
So I need to learn how to count. Hang on. That's 7, 14, 21, 22 points of damage. Of bludgeoning, I believe. Yep, 22 points of bludgeoning damage to all that failed. 11
Okay.
points to those that succeeded, and those that failed are knocked prone.
Okay.
Exley will then use the rest of his movement to get out of the way.
So
Also, as soon as that water hits the back wall as well, it vanishes.
okay. There is one that was clinging to the ceiling that actually falls down, and because it's 10 feet high, takes 5 points of additional bludgeoning damage. and is
Played yourself, bud.
and is looking pretty beat up.
So one fireball really could kill these guys.
A really good one,
Let's
maybe.
find out.
Especially now.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna even bother looking at the spellbook.
All right.
Who's go?
Need to fix that up. Yeah. So, yeah. Next is Conrad's go.
Cool. So Conrad is going to move to the like just by the door. He's going to hold an action. He's going to run in if these like if they all get killed. Because he wants to check one of the other coffins.
Okay.
And he can still do a bonus action, so he's going to go. Well, go on then, Xavier, the fire thing, and that's his like you get the advantage thing.
Okay.
With those inspirational words.
All right. Celia.
Cool. I'm gonna fire. Well, I'm gonna nyum up
Yeah.
to the doorway, and I'm gonna fireball. And I get it at advantage because of help.
Well, no, that's not exactly how advantage and spells work. If it's an attack roll, you would get advantage.
Oh,
but
I always
because they
think I
save,
have to roll for fireball. I always think
No.
I have to roll, and I don't.
it is a save. I'm gonna make sure I've got 7 d20s in hand rather than rolling individually.
Yeah, so I
because they
believe
all
it's
have the same.
dex, and it's 16
All
to
right.
beat.
All right. So that is.
8d6.
5 failures, 2 successes.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all of the failures take 6, 12, 17, 18, 22, 20, 26, 29 points of damage.
29. So the 2 successes take 14.
Yep.
So, with that, you take out all but one of them.
Oh, that was not the spell.
And the remaining one is looking pretty shaky.
Can I now do my held action then?
Actually, you know what? The one that's on, like, the one that that is still standing is the one that fell from the ceiling and is prone on the ground.
Nice.
Excellent.
Okay.
Is that Subi's turn done?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Alrighty,
I mean,
guess
she's
will
gonna.
Really.
She'll like duck out of the doorway just because I'm assuming before like when Fall held his action earlier, he like did the little ready stance. She's
Yeah.
kind
for
of
sure.
ducked out of the way
Yeah.
just so he doesn't run in.
Alrighty.
So you can this technically satisfies your thing. You don't get an action because your action is to dash. But yeah,
get my other attack, so
no, because you held. Because this isn't your turn. You use the hold action on your turn. Pair the dash action.
oh yeah, I don't get 2 attacks.
You don't get an attack at all.
That's so undramatic.
Beatrice, it is your yeah.
Wow.
Beatrice, it is your go.
It is my turn. So Beatrice is going to come down and come in through the doorway. I think that's it. And then she's going to draw her bow and is going to aim her arrow at it.
Roll to hit. You do technically have you have disadvantage for 2 reasons. One, because you're aiming at it within 5
point
feet,
blank.
Yeah.
and because it's prone.
Yeah.
However, Fall is in range, so
Yeah,
if there is a
Fall's
sneak
there.
attack, they'd cancel out, so it'd be a normal
No.
regular attack.
No, that's not how it works. What
Is
it
it not
is
sneak
is
attack?
that the fact that there's nothing giving advantage here, and sneak attack is cancelled out, in fact, because of the fact that she gets disadvantage.
Hopefully she gets.
So,
But with these being
one-
flame arrows, she probably won't need it.
16.
16 to hit, that definitely hits.
Yeah. Awesome.
So roll the
So-
damage. So it's the 1d8 plus dex plus whatever the fire damage is for the
Yeah, 1d8
flame
plus
arrows.
1d8. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good. 16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you at point blank range pull back your bow and let out the arrow that ignites on its path to the ghast and just kills it.
Heck yeah. So, Darby, that's everyone in the room, yeah?
Yeah, that's all of them. And that
So-
didn't even last a round. That was just your, like, the
Nope.
party's turns.
So, the goblin I went to first was the middle one, yeah, Darby?
Yes.
So he'll go down to the bottom one, I guess, because kind of the second that like bitch, like this creature just explodes, I guess, or however the fire.
Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl will just like kind of, even if it's just shoved past Beatrice, like run into the room and just kind of like look like, and I suppose he does look at the one that he went to before, but then because he's standing closer to the closest one down the bottom there, he's going to instantly kind of just be drawn to that one.
Okay.
And with no hesitation this time, touch it.
Alright.
Can everyone else hear that, or is it just in Conrad's head?
Just in Conrad's head.
Ugh. Okay.
Call upon the Kingmaker. Sanctus. Do you wish for my gift?
Kingmaker.
Yes.
I assume he's saying this out. Conrad's saying his words out loud.
If you so desire.
He's just kind of vaulted across, like, just like, yes, and then, like, instantly crouched down to this coffin. Yeah. What can you offer me?
I
The other offered the chance to cheat death.
I offer the ability to sway the minds of the masses.
I do much desire that. What is the price?
There is no price.
No price. The others wanted to take my smile.
Yes, of course it does. But I have no need for such things.
I don't like people taking things from me. You only wish to give.
I wish to see you become a great presence and force of personality.
Well, that's certainly something I wish to have. And no price.
There is no price.
Then I will take it.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Did we decide that we can hear what Conrad saying?
Yes.
Because before this happens, I was gonna say, Beatrice is gonna come up and like grab Conrad on the arm and like pull him around and just be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
I would like to grapple with Beatrice,
Yeah,
please.
Beatrice, I believe it is athletics, and Conrad has the choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Oh,
While they're
boy.
rolling as well, Exley is holding his quarterstaff and he does put it out in front of Sevia and Fall if Fall is around.
You can probably put it in front of Sevia, but not Paul.
That's alright. Sevia was the one who was making the announcement, so...
So, Conrad, Beatrice, what were your rolls?
7 and 18.
18?
Okay.
Conrad?
So I rolled a 16, but I have a +4 in acrobatics. So you know when you try to pick up a cat, it becomes a liquid. So I suppose like you're trying to grab him, and I'm grappling to shove you aside, while he's still talking to this presence.
But has Conrad's hand come off of the sarcophagus?
I imagine not, if that's the description.
Yeah. So he probably like violently kind of like shuffles out of your grasp and then will like jab you or something with the other elbow, I suppose.
Conrad?
So, you all see this dark magic flare from the sarcophagus momentarily and crawl up Conrad's arm before disappearing.
Conrad?
No, the magic.
No, I'm calling out to Conrad.
So, Conrad.
Terrified.
Darn it.
So,
Thanks
there
for
are two
trying,
things that
Beatrice.
happen. So, firstly, this dark gift increases the beneficiary's charisma by 4, up to a maximum of 22.
Okay.
So your charisma is now 15.
Okay. He's not very charismatic normally. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Considering
just
the
gets
description, so this is very much the presence and force of personality aspect of charisma.
Okay. Cool.
and-
Alright. Interesting.
The other thing is the beneficiary of this dark gift gains the following flaw, which is already, it's probably not that much of a leap for Conrad anyway. I won't take no for an answer.
Okay. Interesting.
So that is
Alright.
now a flaw of Conrad's. I won't take no for an answer.
Okay. That's. Ooh. Okay. So it's like this like surge of arrogance, I suppose, that is already
Yeah.
beyond the arrogance of a 19-year-old nobleman. So that's all he feels, I suppose. He just kind of like staggers back. He's like,
Are you okay? Conrad, what?
oh,
What have you done?
nothing. It's sorry. I got overcome for a moment. Good. No, I feel fine. I'm all right. Yes. I feel good. Yes. Good.
Beatrice just sort of walks off and starts just spouting expletives in Dwarvish.
What were you promised from that one, Conrad?
Just guidance to make the things I wish to happen and make people. He starts to say listen and then kind of just like, It was nothing. Is this the sort of thing you were seeking, Casimir?
Possibly,
A promise?
possibly along those lines, but not that particular one. Which was the one that you said promised power over life and death?
He now looks quite contemplative of the other coffin. I was like, that one.
All right. He goes over and touches it briefly, and you see him consider, like, you can see him consider, like, he's got a very thoughtful look to his face before he removes his hand from it. That is not what I want.
What's Vilnius doing?
Actually, yeah, roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
Okay, well, while that's happening, Sevia's just like, are we really just wandering in here touching amber sarcophaguses as if that's nothing?
It's nothing.
Karen,
Actually,
21.
Karen,
you see
Ooh.
Vilnius trying to sneak towards one of the coffins.
Please don't touch that.
I don't see any harm in it.
Can we not touch the strange, probably cursed coffins?
It's not cursed. Ah.
Can I roll to see if it's a curse?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Or you could decide to try to identify something.
That's going to take 10 minutes. 18.
18. Doesn't seem to be... There's a darkness to the magic, but it doesn't seem to be cursed.
Okay.
Um,
Well, it certainly isn't good magic. Certainly, there's something nefarious in here, Conrad. What? You said it gave you something. What did it take?
Nothing. This one didn't take anything.
I doubt that.
I think I know what it took. His worries, look at him, is already much more confident.
Yes, yes. I feel much more certain now.
during all this, as Beatrice has stalked away, she stalked away up to the top, the final sarcophagus, and she looks around at everybody before placing her hand on it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so...
What does that one promise?
Yeah.
As the spider does.
Yes. The ability to adhere towards certain substances as if they were the ground.
Is there something you want in return?
I desire nothing in return.
Beatrice looks contemplative and then takes her hand off and turns around to everyone else.
So what did we learn from our little hand-touching trip then? What did we learn, Beatrice?
I figured if everybody else was doing it, why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't you? If everyone in here ran off a cliff, would you run off a cliff too? This is...
Just because I touched it doesn't mean I'm going to take what it offers.
Why not?
Excellent. You
What did it
notice
offer
Vilnius
you?
try to sneak past you again.
I step in front of him and cast Symbiotic Entity on myself.
Don't.
I said, please don't touch that.
I can touch what I bloody well want to.
Oh my god.
I don't think you want what that one's giving.
And what is it giving, Beatrice? Is it going to
Climbing.
make you do climbing?
Climbing like spider.
Oh, I'd like to climb like a spider. That would be fantastic.
Wait. These creatures that were in here, they were climbing the walls.
True.
Oh.
So clearly they were taking things from the sarcophaguses. Like whatever these things grant you, these creatures were taking. So
Correct.
who's to say, and she looks at Conrad, that taking things from them isn't going to turn you into one of those eventually?
Oh no, your pretty face.
Those... They
Pretty.
seemed like regular ghasts to me, except for one detail. The eye. They had the extra eye, did they not?
They did.
Yes, 3 eyes.
One was cloudy.
Makes
So they
me
were
wonder.
blinded.
No, only in the one eye. But there's... I wonder whether there is some sort of connection between that and the power, if they were granted, because that's normally not something that a ghast can do.
Can
Uh,
I?
The climbing.
The climbing, no, and they usually don't have the third eye either.
Can I roll something to see if before I turned them into tiny little chicken strips, if I noticed that they had teeth or not?
Yeah, roll and... I mean, there's still at the very least the one that Beatrice killed.
True,
that's
the
still-
crucified one.
There's a corpse.
It's
I poked the
crispy- yeah.
corpse. Does it have
roll,
teeth?
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fairly simple check, but
Oh,
1 or 2.
damn, my investigation is really, really high, and that's a 19.
okay. Yeah, it has teeth.
Right. Well, it looks normal with the exception of the eye. Is there anything else weird about them that maybe indicates they took from more than the climbing sarcophagus?
No additional indicators.
I don't know.
I say, Casimir, you were seeking one
then
of these.
Probably
Oh.
something similar, but not one of these exact ones.
So there might be more elsewhere.
Quite possibly, yes.
We will have to search elsewhere then.
Yes.
Beatrice just rolls her eyes and crosses her arm and stands in front of that third sarcophagus and just sort of moves so she's right in the way of it.
Okay.
Has
Okay.
Vilnius taken another step?
No. No.
I really wish he did.
Well, we've investigated here then, and Casimir's sarcophagus he seeks is not here, so we might as well leave this place and search elsewhere.
Yes, I think we need to continue upwards.
Good. Yes, we shall do that.
Seek some other path down here that might prove more
Yes.
fruitful. And as you make
Precisely.
your way as a group back up the stairs, that is where
I
we're
am
going to leave
lost.
it for this week.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Have an excellent week, everyone.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you for listening.
Wow.
Have a good one, y'all.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
Y'all.